Alright, hey everybody. I think we're live here. Welcome to Ramble number 12. Today's December 26th, 2022, aka Boxing Day here for the Canadian boys. And welcome to the video. Want to wish everybody a happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. It's probably looking like to be the last Ramble of 2022. So yeah, Merry Happy New Year from the past. I hope everyone's year has overall been positive, and either like your personal gain, emotional gain, just overall positive for you guys. Definitely my year started off pretty tumultuous and kind of the same as the previous years, and I felt kind of discouraged and dissatisfied with, the state of things, but definitely towards the summer, it made a strong turnaround, an inflection point, I guess, where I basically met someone, and that turned out to be like the best thing that has happened to me pretty much emotionally for a very long time. So overall, I had a fucking fantastic year. So yeah, let's get into some ramble items, I guess. I don't kind of have a notepad for everything, but I'll try to just remember as I go along. And yeah, so we're on the free to play. So in case you didn't know, I guess we'll start from last video. I did burn out on the main pretty badly. I don't think I'll be able to go back. Essentially, I just got tired of the gameplay loop I had, which was, no AFK time, no mobile friendly time. I kind of collected all the AFK collection log slots that I was interested in. I raided a lot, when TOA came out, I was just sending raids, and, the ability to only do like 3 TOB raids a day or 3 TOA raids a day, and then not notice any collection log progress like over the span of a month felt really discouraging. Also, like elite clues, another favorite thing I enjoyed on the main was also just hard to like satisfy the craving for, because I kind of collected all the elite clue activities. I green logged all the elite clue activities on the main, and yeah, when you do elite clues from raids, it's like one elite clue, like two to three elite clues a week, and that just like felt like zero progress. So, but yeah, overall burn on the main for kind of those reasons. What there's just other reasons, like I if you check the description of the last video, I burn out for a lot of reasons as like wrote down. Speaking of that Ramble, by the way, just want to thank all the people for commenting and leaving their comments. It's good to see that most of you guys are kind of related to my state of things. And yeah, I guess the burn kind of spread to a lot of people. But yeah, we're on the free-to-play now, so I guess I have some progress update stuff for you guys to show. Kind of like we did the collection log update stuff where we rolled the clips, the screenshots. I will do the same for us here on the free-to-play. So it's mainly skilling related, because that's what the entire game mode is. And yeah, before we just go into that progress, just to piggyback off of like, feeling burnt and stuff, like the skilling state is way better than any like PVM kind of state that I experienced on the main, because just like it's way more relaxing. It's not as like mentally fatiguing as like failing a raid is, or like not satisfying your dopamine craving from like not seeing a purple. Like skilling is just so like linear progress, and gains are gains, and kind of you can manage your expectations a lot easier, and you also have just so much like more AFK time. So and mobile time, as a matter of fact, like almost every you could find mobile activities on free to play are just fantastic. Like they just involve like tapping a few times in 10 minutes and letting it be. You can like splash and stuff, and it doesn't feel like imagine splashing in pay to play, like you'd be fucking stupid. But on a free to play, it's like it's kind of viable. Like just let your account splash, walk the dog, whatever. So I just like the flow of skilling better than I always like PVM and collection. So I guess I realized this. I always knew I had this, liking, but yeah, but yeah, taking a step back, got back into skilling, and it was worth it. So yeah, anyways, let's roll the collection log, or not the collection log, the skilling progress on the free to play. So got a bunch of screenshots here for you guys that we'll kind of cover. So yeah, this is just like a fishing hour where I was doing kind of like my own method here. So I kind of felt proud and decided I would save it and share it with y'all. So this is like an 84.9k fishing hour of just using the snow globe. So the main like methods people use in free to play are eerie fishing, which is fishing and cooking, 0 time cooking while 3.06 tick fishing, and it's very intense, very high APM, very good rates, but I don't enjoy it for just like the. I know I could definitely get into the flow, but I just don't enjoy the having like to count alternating like intervals, and then having to like know when to leather and then count alternating intervals with the snow globe. Just feels like it's a lot of it's not as chill as just using the snow globe is, and you can argue, well, if you don't like eerie fishing, why don't you try just snow and leather fishing, 3.06 tick fishing without the cooking, 0 time cooking in there? Well, like, I just don't like counting alternating cycles with the snow. So I kind of figured that just purely snow globe fishing would be for me. And yeah, it purely snow globe fishing, which is like, I guess my own way, equates to like 3.625 ticks. And basically what I do is I just do 6 3-tick fishes, then I shake the snow globe, and then I do 2 3-tick fishes, and then I drop 8 fish, and then I always like to drop them in the two first columns, and it's just like a nice quick drop. I have to do it in 5 ticks before the snow spawns, and then I just repeat the cycle again and do 6 3-tick fishes, shake the snow, 2 3-tick fishes, blah blah blah, drop the fish. So it's a really nice method. I'd say the max is like 89k. EHP is like I think 95, so totally happy. I had 87k going on way earlier, but like fishing spots were changing and people's random events spawned on my snow and shit, and I didn't have any plugins installed, so lost like a 3k XP per hour there. But I do have a lot of plugins installed now related to skilling. Like if I remember that later in the ramble, I'll cover it. But anyways, that's the progress there. So here's just another fishing hour with 3.5 tick cook and 3-tick fish. Chill method for sure. I did this when I was at work a lot, and I kind of just did this to 92 cooking because I wanted to make faster fishing gains. I got tired of it, so there you go. Sorry for my watch just hit like the table. Here's just like a big trade on the main. Just giving my free-to-play account some funds. If you're curious about like the diamonds and I actually ended up ditching the gold bar and diamonds. I think I'm just gonna cut sapphires because they're really good profit loss. It's like a couple, like 10 GP profit loss for sapphire. It's not that bad. But I was trading over some placeholder items like a hammer, a chisel, a rune pick. Just because I was skilling on the free to play, so decided I would buy all the bank slots while skilling, and then Gilded Scimitar in there, a couple of Alks, a couple of Tellys. The Chaos runes are going to be my splash runes, just because I don't have money for deaths, really. I kind of plan on, well, I do, but like I plan on, trying to not GP alt as much as I can. Basically, I'm just going to do a lot of alking, long-term alking, which is like 600k XP per hour, and then like biannual bond flipping. And biannual bond flipping is just very... that's a mouthful. That's very reliable. Makes you mills. The more capital you have, and you do biannual bond flipping, and then you just keep reinvesting that capital. It's just an exponential increase, and not that bonds always tend to go up, but you always are able to flip like a mil off of each bond every biannual period, no matter the bond price. So that's kind of where I'm going with that to self-sustain myself. Here's 99 fishing, achieved December 17th. And then 99 cooking achieved December 19th with wines. Pro tip for everybody here, go to Ferox Enclave to do your bank skilling because you can have random events spawn. And just another note about random events, I noticed that I get more genies on free to play worlds because the members randoms aren't there, so the probabilistic distribution is overall more contained, and I get more genies, which is really nice. So there we go. I use the lamps on Runecraft because they save me so much money in body talismans and time. I get 0.01 EHP per lamp. But I want to get my Runecraft levels higher so I can just get more lamp gains. So here's a Skull Scepter completed at 34 hit points. I ended up losing this motherfucker because I I didn't imbue it, and then it just disintegrated. And I was like, ah, fuck. I want to keep my HP low so I can try out some suicide methods in the future. But yeah, Skull Scepter completed. Here's a mining hour of cake mining. 3-tick cake mining. It involves running with your alternate account, running the iron ore back to Fowler Bank, and then from Fowler Bank, withdrawing like 4 to 5 cakes and running it back to your free-to-play account. Kind of annoying method, but I gotta say that the 3-tick mining flow of 3-tick iron, 4 rocks is really fun. I just wish we had a 3-tick item, and yeah, this method didn't involve using a fucking alternate account. It's really AIDS because of that. They got rid of this mining method called like kick alt mining, which was really good. But it's kind of the method that got me into free to play, and I was most like anticipating. But I totally slept and forgot about the PJ timer changes. I think that happened in like 2020. That kind of discontinued you being able to do the kick alt mining method. Basically, I think the PJ timer update made it so you can't gain skilling XP when in combat. So that kind of is just ruined that method. And it was such a nice method because you get to start a 3-tick cycle without having to click anything on your inventory. You just had to have like a short bow without any ammo and auto retaliate on, and you would just like do 3-tick 4 iron. Like it's such a nice, such a good flow. Anyways, yeah, I'd say I think EHP rate is like 57k here, so I got 55.1 here at the start of the hour, and then later I got 55.4 when I cleared up my mistakes from the first couple minutes when you just log in and your clicks are kind of janky. Here's my 6 hour I did successively, I guess, however you want to call it. Pretty good 6 hour. I maintained 54k whenever I wasn't AFK, which was pretty close to EHP. EHP is 57, like I said. Yeah, just got through this with a bunch of music, new music that I wanted to listen to, and a can of Red Bull, which I never drink, but I was like, fuck it, it's Christmas. Let's make some gains. Overall, I'm probably not going to do cake mining again. Definitely never going to do a 6 hour. Might do some like 2 hour cake mining sessions, but that's about it. And I believe that's the end of the album. So yeah, back to the game. That's pretty much the progress I've had. I guess I'll go over like each of these skills, or like most of them, and what I plan on doing with them. So for like starting, I guess, with mining, I'm going to keep doing some mining until my GE offers for my bone fragments finish, and I'm going to need a lot of bone fragments from Runecraft, and I suppose that I'll be mining for like another 2-3 weeks. Essentially, bone fragments buy at like 100 every 4 hours, and that's because they have a really small daily volume of like 2,500. So I figured that I can use a alternate account to get some offers in faster, but I feel like I let the offers go by slower and fill up some time doing something aids in that span, and I figured like I just continue mining. The advantage of cake mining, I am sad that kick alt mining got nerfed, and I did kind of ramble about that, but the advantage of cake mining is you do get to bank your iron ore with your alternate account, and so you do get money from mining, which is kind of rare. And it's like I think 89 mil in iron ore that you get to 99, so pretty good. Smithing I'm not going to touch, I think, after fire making and prayer. I think I'm just going to do like rune two-hander and adamant plate body smithing. And then just like alch those plate bodies and two-handers and just fucking make epic gains. Might use my alternate account to run like the inventories so I don't like waste energy, but I'll see if I can be bothered after doing the mining shit. Fishing, I'm probably going to explore a lot of fishing methods later. I want to do the level 3 method eventually, which is just like 0 time cook 3-tick fish. And yeah, it involves like lighting a fire, so it's like 85. It's kind of like the same rate as the snow globe method I did with 3.625 tick, but obviously you get 0 time cooking XP, so it's like a 1-up. It's kind of like a 1-up from that. Might want to get into that. Cooking I'm probably not going to touch because it's just like I can send like 50 mil cooking XP whenever I want it. I feel like fire making, I'm gonna try fireberry, see how that works. But yeah, I'm gonna use like maple logs because of just GP per XP reasons. I don't think it's a big loss. Crafting, gonna do sapphires because they're pretty good right now on the market. You don't profit loss a lot. I believe it's very minimal. I did have diamond necklaces in mind, but I'm like, that takes too long. It's 90k XP per hour. Sapphire's like 125k. Jesus Christ, dude, these trees just don't fucking... This guy's 74 woodcutting and he's destroying all the trees. I should really be hopping or using, I think, like Remington to Corsair Cove Bank, but whatever. I am rambling, and I am doing some post 99 woodcutting, by the way, just because, like, yeah, I'm kind of tired of mining. I'll get into mining later today, but I did do that 6 hour that you guys saw in the screenshot, like, yesterday, and so I'm just so fucking beat, and I just need to chill out and do some AFK woodcutting. Like, generally speaking, whatever I plan, whenever I'm doing some planning things, I just like to do AFK use. So, yeah, that's what's going to be, like, woodcutting for me is just going to be, like, my AFK skill for now, whenever I want, and I do want to get into 2-tick oaks. I saw it. It looks great, and, looks really fun and rhythmic and simple, and like the clicking is very just consistent. It doesn't involve, you know, using alternate accounts or anything, so very chill. 2-tick oaks looks fun. We'll get into it sometime. Yeah, runecraft, I'm just gonna do solo bodies, so I'm waiting for my GD offers. Magic, I've been just like zero timing. I've done a lot of splashing whenever I had to like walk the dog, make some food, you know, go to the washroom. What else? Just like I have occasionally done when I didn't have access to the mining guild, I did do some like 3-tick 3 iron 1 alk, you know, strats. I might get into 4 iron 1 alk now that I have the mining guild, and you know, whenever I don't feel like cake mining, I might be able to get my alks in here. Generally speaking, I'm kind of keen on like the magic skill. Like you can either 0 time your prayer XP or your mage XP, I feel like, on a main, and I want to 0 time my mage XP just because I don't want to have a GP alt, and so I would like to rely a lot on alking, because alking long term is like 600k XP an hour, or fucking GP an hour. So yeah, prayer is really fucking expensive. It's gonna cost like 800 mil for 99 and big bones. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about prayer, to be honest. Probably leave it like I might be able to max out the account and have sub 99 prayer. You know, like that might happen. I might just like invest in other skills that are more enjoyable. Like maxing would be a nice side goal, but I don't want to do prayer ever post 99, and it is expensive for now anyways. Range, probably just going to do ogresses, just because, yeah, GP, self-sustaining. I know it's an XP loss, waste, whatever, as a main, but yeah. Melee, I might, you know, keep my attack at 40, my defense at 1. I know I said I was going to keep 40 defense, but I'll get into that later. Strength, just probably gonna do some Castle Wars. Maybe if I have the urge to like get collection log slots on the main, I will alt Castle Wars. But again, I hate alting, and like you know, I am staying 40 attack, so it might be recommended to just do 1 defense alts because there's not a lot of stuff you can DPS with 40 attack. But I did do some calculations, and I don't lose too much DPS from 80 AFK fleshies that like someone would have with 99 attack. It's actually just like 3.95 DPS versus 4.07, respectively. You know, 40 attack versus 99 attack. So I did do the maths there, and AFK fleshings are kind of cool. Even on 1 defense, I tried them. Like, it's not that bad for melee. You don't get hit too much. I've actually been using like kebabs when I was getting my scepter pieces, and obviously they don't heal too well at 39 hit points, but they do save you a lot of money on food. And the higher my hit points goes, I feel like kebabs might be low-key best in slot. Just considering money and you know, yeah, trip lengths and stuff. Probably going to alk between my fleshy trips too. So another advantage to fleshies is I get to alk between the runs. But in Castle Wars, I kind of couldn't do that. Or like I could, but it'd just be very intense. So that's kind of the rundown for the skills, and that's what I wanted to cover there. I guess the next ramble item is staying 1 defense. So ideally, I wanted to have a PK build with like a couple dozen prayer levels and 40 attack and 40 defense. But since the Winter Summit, I think I'm going to stay 1 defense. And so my plan has changed. Basically, if you don't know, Jagex made a announcement that they're going to make 1 defense and 3 combat account modes official. And what that means is that anyone who has had an existing account in those builds is gonna get it transferred over, provided you have like 3 combat or 1 defense on your account. And so that's going to be really cool. You're going to get a badge next to your name. And like, I think this should have been a thing from way back. This was a suggestion I've had, but I haven't voiced for like so many years. I was like, this needs to be the next non-Iron Man game mode, because they tried Deadman mode, it failed. They tried Leagues as a temp game mode. To be honest, it's just for like people who come fresh out of the App Store, or like people who don't play RuneScape, classically at all. And that's their kind of fix. But so I'm just happy this is the next. This might be the next permanent game mode, and I have a lot to say about this. Like, first of all, I think it should be an integrity update, because they've already catered to 1 defense before this game mode was announced. Like, they have clue rewards that are tailored to 1 defense, like Elder Chaos Druid and Spiked Manacles and Remnant Kilts. They also have like combat tasks that they explicitly stated were going to be completable up to hard because of 1 defense pures, or for 1 defense pures. And then what else have they like nodded towards for 1 defense pures? Like quest areas, quest rewards, especially for like the old school era with the old school updates. They've said like, oh yeah, we want to make this quest accessible with 1 defense. So a lot of stuff has overall been tailored towards them, especially like the PKing has been acknowledged on like tournaments and the Q&As. So like, I don't know why this is being pulled. This kind of feels like an integrity thing to me. So I'm happy that it's coming, and I really hope it passes. I hope people aren't toxic about it and like go like on a spite voting fucking thing. And I hope people are also educated enough to understand that this is a mode that's existed for years, and like just like Iron Man mode is like rooted from community, like Bodhi and whoever the fuck played it, like brought Iron mode to become official. 1 defense has also been like came from the same place, and I feel like it deserved the same love. So that's that for that. One more thing about the 1 defense update is that like I know a lot of people who have played 1 defense, 10 HP, 3 combat. I guess not 10 HP because that's not getting considered anymore. But 3 combat and 1 defense, like the restrictions and the planning involved, and a lot of them got kind of butthurt about them being like them giving more like perks to the new game mode, where accounts are going to be able to like access Mauritania that wouldn't normally access Mauritania, etc. Well, I just want to like remind everyone that you have an option to not play that way, and actually they are like introducing the prestige system, and so the prestige accounts will be the ones that have played in the classical way for the last so any existing account is going to be immediately a prestige account. And so I don't think people need to be worried about that. In fact, you're going to have a cooler badge than someone who doesn't have it. And for free-to-play as well, I think you're going to just trivially be a Prestige 1 defense, because there's no way to break your Prestige at all, I guess. So that's all pretty cool. That's kind of what I wanted to say about 1 defense, the game mode. I guess we'll do a little... I could talk about the potential the skills since the summer update, and I'll also talk about the rumors of the one of the skills, pay-to-play skills, becoming free-to-play. I'm not gonna dabble into it too much, but yeah, basically for the new skill, that vote did pass. I did vote a no, mainly because I don't think a skill can fit. I feel like the same criticism for warding is going to be for any new skill. It could be part of the existing skills, like maybe sailing in a way could have been tied to the combat skills and construction, just like warding was tied to crafting and magic, or runecraft. So yeah, I think like any new skill that comes to the game is going to be like feel like a mini game, and it's going to feel very isolated. Sure, there are some elements that will blend part of the game, but I just don't think you're going to be able to like skill hard and like do AFK stuff, do tick manip. I don't feel like you're going to be able to. I just overall feel like it's going to feel like a mini game, and yeah, I don't know if there it is coming to the game, if Jagex and the community can agree on it, and if it has to come in, I hope it could be like a support skill, something like agility or Slayer and thieving. So I hope that ends up being the new skill, and I'm not like chapped, you know, I did vote no, but I'm not chapped like if it comes to the game. Like I'm not gonna be that toxic guy that like quits, you know, I hate Jagex now. Like, you know, that's what the community wanted, and an old school isn't old school anymore. If you want to play old school, play free to play. So like me. But yeah, I'll get my max cape back, whatever happens, and yeah, they did say the skill might become the skill will definitely be free to play if it passes. So I don't know what might happen to this account then. I don't know if I'll burn. I'll stick to get the 99 on the main, get my max cape back, and not play on the free to play. I don't know how I'm gonna interact with the skill on the free to play. Yeah, I'll have to see what it's like. I actually never considered a new skill coming to the game when I had this free to play account for like 2 years. So yeah, I'm kind of worried about what happens to this account. I guess right now I'm enjoying it though, so I guess that's what matters. But yeah, those are just my quick comments about the new skill vote that passed, and potentially if it is coming to the game, you know, depends on Jagex agreeing with the community and a good idea being brought in. So because Jagex doesn't really have any ideas for the skill right now, so yeah, just giving my thoughts there about that. Speaking of skills, there's been rumors circulating about one of the pay-to-play skills becoming free-to-play. Now, I know everyone's aware of, like, agility, but apparently, yeah, people say that agility and fletching have been getting, like, replies from the JMods on Twitter, and they've, like, nodded at some things that, you know, the community has been asking for. My quick thoughts about that is, like, if I had to choose between the two, I wouldn't... I think I don't think I'd ideally want both of them in free-to-play, or any of them in free-to-play to begin with, but if I had to choose, I would go with fletching, just because of, like, the ability to, like, multi-skill and do more, like, zero-time XP, which is kind of, like, always just feels like, oh, it's just so sexy to get zero-time XP. But for the multi-skilling reasons, and also to, like, unlock some range equipment, like, we don't have a boot slot in free-to-play, we don't have, like, a ring slot, we don't have, we could use, like, a ranging amulet that is, you know, better than the power amulet, because the power amulet was always meant for melee. Like, I don't know, my OCD kills me about the range amulet. I know it's not fletching related. Yeah, I could just disregard the comment about the accuracy amulet, but in general, I just think, yeah, just fletching would be better for multi-skilling purposes, and just the ability to get a 3-tick item. I just want, like, a 3-tick item that either requires 2 clicks or 1 click to start a 3-tick cycle. I personally don't like using snow. I like eating food to start 3-tick cycles, but that usually involves using an alt to, like, run you the food, and, like, just playing 2 accounts to enjoy a really nice flow, 3-tick flow, just kind of bums me out. And, you know, kick alting is not a thing anymore to start 3-tick cycles, so yeah, I would want a 3-tick item, and therefore I would want fletching over agility. Like, agility only has to offer is, like, faster run restoration, and a couple of courses, and, like, I suppose some sort of, like, weight reduction reward item, and oh yeah, the free-to-play shortcuts. I mean, that doesn't change the meta too much, which is nice compared to fletching, but yeah, I overall think fletching is just more smooth and enjoyable and feels like a skill compared to agility. So even though agility is my favorite skill in pay-to-play, but that's purely because of Hallowed Sepulchre, so I just want to make that clear. But that is pretty much the skilling talk right there. I think to cap off the ramble, I'm going to go to my bank, show you guys my really small bank video, I guess. Oh, and I also want to talk about the new Melee Splash item that came in with today's holiday event. So if you ever considering making a free-to-play account, I suggest doing the holiday event so you can get your snow globe or your reindeer hat. But there's a new reward that you can get called the Festive Nutcracker Staff, and so this boy has been, this boy is actually the new and only, I believe, melee splash weapon. I think it has a minus 100 crush bonus, which prevents it from you ever gaining combat XP. So this is, I think, like, unlocked a lot of things for level 3 accounts in free to play and in general. Some people are toxic about it, but I think it's overall a nice passive update that came into the game. So if you are debating making level 3, I hope this inspires you to do it. So I just want to quickly talk about the Festive Nutcracker Staff. But anyways, here's my bank video. So it's very simple. Pretty much this window summarizes everything. Let me turn off the bank tag layout plugin because I don't even... I did turn it off, but it's still showing. What the fuck? Bank tags? Oh, I have to turn bank tags. Okay, there we go. Oh, that looks so better. There you go, boys. This is the free-to-play bank in its glory. I totally didn't know I had that on, but yeah, pretty much the first 3 rows are the main ones. I might have a 4th row for equipment for like PKing, like a monk robe bottom, rune 2-hander in this spot where the weapons are, and then for boots, just like I'll find something to fill in. Put the regular D'hide Van braces as the placeholder for the glove slot. Maybe a cheaper team cape than a team cape eye. Yeah, I might add a PKing equipment slot here. But overall, this is the really sexy looking bank. I got a GE offer for bone fragments, like I said earlier. I get 100 every 4 hours, so slowly building up that stack there. Gilded Scimitar. I don't know if anyone knew this, but Gilded Van braces are free to play, so they're best in slot, better than green. Just a bunch of skilling items here. And then, yeah, I got some tools here and some collections that I'm accumulating. And then just got some fashion scape here. So that's pretty much the bank. And that's kind of what I wanted to show y'all. Don't forget your axe. Hold on a minute. So yeah, I'm just going to keep doing some use later today. And then once I get the energies, I'm going to try... Yeah, I'm going to try 4 iron, 1 alking at the mining guild. Because I only did 3 iron, 1 alking. Because I didn't have the mining guild unlocked. So I'm going to give that a shot after this ramble. And that's pretty much all I wanted to say, guys. Happy holidays, happy new year to everybody once again. Hope everyone's doing great. I hope, yeah, leave a comment just about anything, I guess. And see you guys in 2023. Bye.